Every business owner I talk to asks the same question. How do I make AI work for me? Not someday, today. Sitting on the sidelines is not an option. Your competitors aren't waiting. NetSuite by Oracle is the #1 AI cloud ERP, trusted by over 43,000 businesses. It pulls your financials, inventory, commerce, HR, and CRM into one system. When everything lives in one place, your AI knows your business. It doesn't guess, it knows. You make decisions based on the data and AI, not on your gut. You get alerted to red flags before they turn into problems and make fast, confident decisions that move the needle. How do I know? I'm bringing NetSuite into my business right now. From software and IT services to healthcare, equipment manufacturing, financial services, and many other great American industries, NetSuite delivers a customized solution for your business. If your revenues are at least 7 figures, get NetSuite's free business guide, Demystifying AI, right now. It's free to you at netsuite.com/Kim. That's netsuite.com/Kim, netsuite.com/Kim. You walk in the store for paper towels. You leave with a candle, throw pillow, and candy you don't even like. How does that keep happening? It's not willpower. It's the camera inside the ceiling. Those black dome cameras down every aisle, they're recording you. That footage is fed into AI that tracks where you walk, where you stop, where you linger. Retailers call it heat mapping. It shows them where shoppers spend most of their time so they can put the high margin stuff right where you're most likely to impulse buy. While you can't opt out of the cams, you can shop smarter. Stick to a list. Impulse buys are the whole point of that layout. Ignore what's at eye level. That's where the pricier stuff goes. Cheaper options are always on the bottom shelf. And order online. The algorithm cannot tempt you if you never walk in. Get my free AI newsletter, splashofai.com. Next up, a call from my weekend show, The Kim Komando Show. Enjoy! Every spam call, every scam text, every sketchy email that knows your name, they all start the same way. Somebody found you. Your phone number is sitting on data broker sites right now. So is your home address, your email, your age, even the names of your family members. All of it searchable. All of it for sale. And scammers don't need to be hackers to get it. They just need Google in a few minutes. Americans lost $12.5 billion to scams last year. But here's what nobody talks about. Every single one of those scams started with one thing: your personal information being available to the wrong person. The real fix: disappear. That's what Incogni does. They contact over 400 data brokers and legally force them to remove your information. They can't spam you if they can't find you, and they can't scam you if they don't know you exist. Right now, get 60% off with my exclusive deal at privacykim.com. Go to privacykim.com and take back your privacy. That's privacykim.com.
No one goes to Hank's for spreadsheets. They go for a darn good pizza. Lately, though, the shop's been quiet, so Hank decides to bring back the $1 slice. He asks Copilot in Microsoft Excel to look at his sales and costs and help him see if he can afford it. Copilot shows Hank where the money's going and which little extras make the dollar slice work. Now Hank has a line out the door. Hank makes the pizza, Copilot handles the spreadsheets. Learn more at m365copilot.com/work.
Sue in Ocala, Florida. Hi there, Sue.
Hey, Kim, how are you? I wanted to ask you a question about something you had posted in your newsletter relative to the ideas of security and login information. And you had suggested to be fully secure, people should use either their fingerprint or their face print. And my question was, what do we do if that person passes away? And we can't access any of their financial information, bank accounts, etc.
Yeah, and we are all moving towards biometrics. We are, because let's just face it, we're all tired of 12 to 16 characters, upper, lower case, symbols, gang sign, yes, whatever it may be. You know, you're just like, oh my gosh, make it stop. And then, you know, the old joke is that, you set your password to incorrect so that this way when you get your password, it says your password's incorrect. I mean, it's all these different things that people are trying to do. And so the whole idea behind the passkeys is that in order for you to open your phone, maybe open a new account, change a password, is that you're going to have to show some type of biometric, either your face or your fingerprint, to your phone. And then that will authenticate you to that site or service or app that you are actually who you are. But what if that person is no longer living among us? Well, That's where we get into what's called legacy contacts. And so Google has it, Facebook, Apple has it, Microsoft has it. A legacy contact is who you are going to say they will have access to your Apple ID when you pass away. Same thing with Google, same thing with Microsoft, Facebook, whatever it may be. In addition to that, it sounds pretty archaic, especially because we're talking about all this digital stuff. But, when my mom passed away, I was the exeter of the estate and the will. And of course, I was a primary caregiver. So, of course, it would be me and not my siblings, right? But one of the things that I found that was really nice is that my mom wrote everything out in details, right? Do this, do this, do this, give this to that, do this to that. And then the other thing that I found that was really helpful was a password book. I know, it's terrible to say, but it was a book of all her accounts, her numbers, and her passwords. Okay?
Yeah.
And so this way we're not relying on getting into system, two-factor authentication, and I had access to her email account and to her phone and I was a signer on her Bank of America account, all that other stuff. So I know this isn't happy thinking, but it's a necessary conversation to have. Also, if you don't want to do a password book, a password manager, but just make sure that that person knows what that master password is. So this way you can get into all the passwords. But but if you can ever share an account with somebody, I think that's always the best case. And as her caregiver, I knew most of her passwords anyway, quite frankly, because she was so funny. I mean, like when I asked her, because she had to change all her passwords, and I said, what's your password? And I'm going to tell you what the whole password was, but she fractured her hip, and so her password was hip crack. And I'm like, with all these numbers and exclamation points and all this other stuff. And I just thought that was the funniest thing. I'm like, of course your password would be hip crack, So does that answer your question?
Well, it does. I mean, as a review, I've already set up an Excel spreadsheet for, our daughter that has all of our passwords, and I update that almost every month. But you're saying that every major account, Facebook, et cetera, they all have a way for us to establish legacy.
Yes, legacy contact. Okay. You know what? Let me do this. Let me write this up. Okay, I'll give this way. I'll give you all the links, and we'll go ahead and put that in a newsletter. Do you get the newsletters?
Oh my gosh, I look for them. Yes.
Oh, thank you, Sue.
Absolutely.
Although I think my husband got mad because I put our text exchange in the newsletter.
Oh.
Well, I don't know if you saw it, but it was like he sent me like a text in all caps, like, "You need to call me ASAP." And then me, without thinking, I was at work. I wasn't even thinking. I'm like, oh my gosh. And I was texting him on my computer. So I'm like, oh, I have to go get my phone. I think I left it in the truck. So I was like all getting up to go. And he's like, he texted me back. He goes, use the phone on your desk. The one with the handle. I'm like,
handle.
Yes. I'm like, oh, forgot about that one. So Sue, I'll write about it in the newsletters. And if you're not already getting our newsletters, sign up right now while you're thinking about it. Head over to getkim.com. Once again, that's getkim.com. 5 minutes or less every single day. You get TechSmart the easy way. I'm going to do all the hard work for you. And it's just fabulous. I mean, you get the tech news, security alerts, data breach alerts, you name it, and then something to make you smile at the end. And you can sign up over at getkim.com. Hey, want to stay in the tech know without wasting your time? Join nearly 1 million folks who get my free newsletter, The Current, where you see the latest in tech in just 5 minutes every single day. You're just going to love it. It has a 5 out of 5 star rating over on Trustpilot. Sign up right now at getkim.com. That's getkim.com.